today is a story time video. I don't know when I'm going to upload this video because my scheduling is all out of whack, so I'm just going to upload it. So it might be story time Sunday, or it might just be a story time, but welcome to story time anyway. And today I wanted to talk about how good people fucking are in this world. Amazing people. It's also probably going to highlight the fact that maybe I always need to be rescued, but I don't always need to be rescued. It's just, I don't know, like, I'm blessed. I'm very, very blessed. It is to be broken. Hey guys, welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and if you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I usually upload my videos throughout the week, so if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. Anyway, let's get to the story. It's made a little recording. I don't know when I'm going to upload that recording, but I'm going to attach it to one of these videos about me trying to rush my ass to Copenhagen to meet friends for the full moon party for New Year's and for Christmas. And I thought it would be nice because I didn't spend my Thanksgiving with anybody, so I was like, okay, let me try to get down to Copenhagen with my friends. It was gonna be a close call. Like, it was a close call. It's one of those things where every little thing had to go in order for it to work out, and I did. I had a plan A, I had a plan B, and I even had a plan C, but it was New Year's, so everything was full, everything was overbooked, everything was overpriced. It was hard. I was trying my best to get down there. Anyway, I get on a train, get to Bangkok, get on a bus, get to Suratani, and I kind of ran out of money. I kind of just ran out of money. Yeah. And I didn't plan on it. Like I said, I had a plan A, plan B, plan C, and I could have just stopped at any moment. But I feel like if I can just sit close enough to Copenhagen, I can make it happen. And Suratani is where you go to get on a boat to get to Copenhagen. And anyway, so I get to Suratani, and I have like 70 baht in my pocket, and I know the ticket's gonna be like 350. And I guess my plan kind of was, I thought like there was one bus you can take that's like 30 baht or something like that you can get down to the pier, but it's like one of those city buses, and I was dropped off at the bus station and like the terminal, so that's not where the bus was gonna be. And plus it was late, so there weren't really any buses running anymore, and it was pouring, raining. I got off the bus, and the whole time me getting there, I was like the only foreigner. I was the only tourist, so it was hard to even like ask somebody if I can use their phone or like bounce off ideas off people and stuff like that. So I get there, and I'm kind of just like all like discombobulated. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know where I am. I don't know what part of Suratani I am. I've never been in this part of Suratani. It's raining, it's dark, it's late. I don't have that much money, I'm hungry, I'm cold, what am I gonna do? As soon as I get off the bus, like, you know, there's a group of Thai people that come over and like, oh, taxi, ticket, you know, try to get you to come over there, which is like a complete scam, because when you get dropped off at the bus terminal, just to let anybody know, the ticket place is right there. But they're trying to take you to across the street to a tourist agency so you can pay more for the tourist agency fee, blah, blah, blah. I kind of already knew this because I've gotten scammed in Suratani a lot, well, not lots of time, but a few times, and I know a lot of people who've gotten scammed in Suratani. So as soon as they start coming to me, I was kind of like, no, what, because they were like pointing this way. They weren't even pointing to a certain place. They were just pointing to the darkness, like, come with us this way, like, no, I'm good. So I was like, no, like trying to just sort of fight them off. Like, no, I'm good. But still sort of walking around looking a little bit lost because I don't know what's going on. So I'm walking, and this little Thai lady is standing there. She looks about my age, and she's like, she starts speaking to me in Thai, and I'm like, don't speak Thai? And she's like, oh, you don't speak Thai? Like, no. So she starts speaking in as much English as she can, and she was asking me where do I need to go? And like, what's going on? Like, you know, you looked a little lost, basically. And I was like, I'm trying to get to the pier. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, come with us. We'll take you to the pier. And because I feel like I have a good sense of people, and she was female, so I said, okay, she looks nice. I'll let her give me a ride. So there, free ride to the pier. I can't ask for more than that. So her brother and her mom pulls up in the car, and we get into the taxi. We get into her car, and they drive to one of the ports that I've never been to. It's one of those random side ports, and we're asking the boats like, are you leaving? How much? Da da da. All the other boats weren't leaving because it was raining and there was a storm in the ocean, and so they weren't leaving. They're older boats too, so they're like, we're not leaving for 3 days. And I'm like, oh shit, 3 days. And the other boat was like hella expensive, and it wasn't even going to where it was going to Qatar. It wasn't even going to Copenhagen. So I'm kind of like, oh, okay, well, I'll just figure it out. Like, I did have money on my card. And that's the thing. If you guys don't know my story yet, like, I don't have a card that I can use in Thailand. The card I have is an American Express that I cannot use at the ATMs. So, yeah, I have money on my card. I just can't pull any money out. So it wasn't like I didn't have any money. I just saw my card. And I didn't have enough time to get my dad money order me and all that stuff. So I was like, I have money on my card. I'll just like find somewhere and get some internet and I'll just book a room. And they're like, no, are you hungry? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm hungry, but like I was like, I don't have any cash. No, 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 no. We'll pay for you. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna turn down a free meal. So like we go to this nice Thai restaurant, and the first half an hour with them was really awkward because they were being so nice to me, and I didn't really know like how to respond back. I didn't know what to say, and it was kind of awkward. But one of the great things about that dinner was like we went from being like strangers. By the end of that dinner, we were laughing, we were joking, we were being like making jokes on each other. Like we were friends for like years, even with the language barrier. Like they spoke English but not fluent, and I barely speak any Thai, and I probably should know more Thai. But we were cracking jokes, we were laughing, we were talking about each other's life. They were like cracking jokes on each other, brother and sister stuff. Like it became like a really cool experience to be like again someone from a completely different background breaking bread with people from a completely different country and actually really enjoying each other's company and enjoying the environment and the atmosphere. Um, so we stayed there for like an hour, and while I was there, I actually used one of their phones, and I was looking up hotels, and I was like asking them like, "Is this too far?" Because I didn't want them to have to drive too far, and they were like, "Oh, you're looking up hotels?" Like, "Oh, no, 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 no! Like, no, you can just stay with us. Like, you don't. No, you stay with us. It's okay. Like, if you're okay with staying with us, like, you can stay with us." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And mind you, at this point, I have built a rapport with them. So it wasn't like I jumped in the car and went to their place. It was at dinner. Because I know some people would be like, that's a stranger. But when you travel, it is a difference. And if anybody's been through Thailand and been here a while, they know what I'm talking about. Like, you just feel more safer and secure. And not saying that anybody should just be jumping anybody's cars and whatever. Let me just tell my story. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, if you guys don't mind. And they're like, yeah, and we'll take you to the bus terminal tomorrow. And I was like, okay, cool. The bus to take me to the pier. No, first they said they're gonna take me to the pier, and then they said they're gonna take me to the terminal. Anyway, so we finished dinner, and then we we finished dinner, we go back to their place, and it's like a regular Thai home, and I share beds with the girl, and we chit chat a little bit, girl chit chat, and then she goes to sleep, and I work on the computer, and then I go to sleep, and done. And she asked before she goes to sleep, she asked me like, what time do you want to get up? And I'm like, okay, this time. So she ends up getting up for me. So she's like, wake up, we're gonna take you to the bus terminal, okay? We're gonna take you to the bus terminal. So I'm like, okay, so they're not gonna take me to the pier, it's fine. Before I went to sleep, I Facebooked my friend to see if he can go to the pier in Koh Phangan, pay for me a ticket in Koh Phangan, but have them give it to me in Saratani. So that was the plan. So I was making a plan, right? I have a plan. Okay. They drive me to the bus terminal, and she's like, get your stuff out. I say bye to her brother. We go to the bus terminal. I go to pull out the money that I did have because I felt like it would be enough to get the bus to the pier. And she was like, no, 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 no. Like, she's like, I'm paying for your ferry ticket and your bus ticket. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, no, put your money away. Like, I paid for your ticket. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know if it's coming across in this video, but like I at that moment like welled up in tears. Like I at that moment was like, are you kidding me? Like you gave me a free ride from the bus terminal when I got to Saratani. You saw that there was something happening. You saw that I was uncomfortable. You came to me and asked me, how can I help you? You paid for my dinner, a nice dinner. You entertained me for the evening. We had great conversation. You gave me a roof to sleep under. You gave me your bed. And now you're paying for my ferry ticket to get to Koh Phangan? Like what? Like you don't have to do that. And why? Like why? Like why? What did I do to deserve that? And I remember just hugging her and hugging her and hugging her to the point where she was feeling a little uncomfortable. Like, all right, stop hugging me. Oh, before we got to the bus terminal, I forgot something. We went to 7-Eleven. I didn't know what she was doing, so I just grabbed on my bags. I thought I was being dropped off. And she was like, no, come on. And she was like, pick out whatever thing you need to eat. And I was like, what? She was like, pick out food so you have food to eat. And I'm like, oh, you sure? And I'm like, okay. I picked out a little. I picked like a muffin and like a little juice, and she was like, that's it? No, pick out more. So, okay, so bus ride from Saratani, free dinner, roof over my head, bus and ferry tickets to Copenhagen, and she made sure I was fed while I was on the bus. I wanted to do a little bit of a detour for a second, and I wanted to talk about law of attraction. This, like, I have a lot of story times like this where people out of the blue just helped me. And stuff that has happened before I went to Thailand. It kind of amped up since I've been in Thailand, but even before I went to Thailand. I have always had the mindset that my needs will always be met. That I would never go for wanting. That I would always be okay. And throughout my entire life, since I ran away from home anyway, and not to say my life has been peachy clean, because it has not, it's definitely been struggle. But when there was a moment where I felt like I wouldn't have what I needed, someone has always come in and given me what I needed. Like a fucking miracle. Like there was one time where I had to leave LA to go to my grandma's funeral, and so I couldn't work. And when I got back to LA, I didn't have enough money for rent, and I wasn't telling anybody. I didn't tell anybody. I was just trying to figure it out. And someone in my church, when I was in church at the time, literally walked up to me and gave me a check for the exact amount my rent was, and told me, like, God told me to give you this. Like, shit like that has happened to me my whole life, where I feel like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be okay. God's got my back. I'm all right. And then something will just happen, something will intervene, and I will be okay. And I'm blessed, God is good, but I also feel like it's because I've always told myself since the moment, even when I was still in my mom's home and I was being abused, I always, and I put this in my book, like there's something in my back of my mind that told me I was going to be okay. It doesn't look like it now, but I was going to be okay. So I've always felt like I've always said my needs will always be met and I will always be okay. It's not a coincidence, because this has been a reoccurring thing in my life. This is not a coincidence that this stuff keeps happening. It's that you heard my story times. Like, I have story times where people just like are nice to me, are good to me, and I'm like, why? In the place I live, like, why are you guys so good to me? What did I do to deserve this? And I think God is good, I'm blessed, but I also feel like it's a state of mind and law of attraction and a mindset. I've always verbally, mentally, and fully believe with every fiber in my being that I would always be okay and my needs will always be met and I would never go for wanting. And that is not like I've not had a posh life, but I've never been hungry, or I've never been homeless, or I've never not had what I needed. You know what I mean? So I just want to do a detour because I was thinking about this story and I was like, this has happened to me before and I don't know why. Like, I don't know what I'm doing to deserve this. Anyway, I got on a boat. I had a great conversation when I got on a boat. I got to Copenhagen and I was in Copenhagen and a lot of shit happened in Copenhagen too. But I just want to tell that story. Like, there's good fucking people in this world. And it's sad because sometimes I meet other travelers who kind of like, not diminishing their experience, but they've been scammed, or you know, they've heard about the corruption in Thailand, and so in their mind of Thailand, and so like, oh, they're all scammers, they're all thieves, they're all this, they're all that, they're all in for a coin. And I honestly I've had that experience, but I've had so many experiences in Thailand this far where people have literally gone out of their way to be good to me. And so it's like when I hear people like, oh, Thailand's this, Thailand's that, I'm just like, I don't feel that way because I just had such a great experience here. And like, maybe it's because I've been more of a long-term person here, and I haven't just been in and out. And I don't know, but that girl at the bus station I just met, and so that was one of my experiences since I've been away. I feel like my energy is low. I don't really know why, and I apologize if you feel it too. But it's not because I'm sad. I'm happy. I think I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and make videos again, and I don't know. Anyway, so that's my video, guys. I hope you liked it. That's my story time. If you have any comments, please put in a comment in the comment section below. If you had anything ever happen to you where you're like, why are you being so good to me? What did I do? If you feel like God had your back, or you're blessed, or a miracle, or someone just something happened where you were at your last leg and then something came in and you don't even know why that happened, like put it in a comment section below. Alright, share it with everybody. Like this video if you want to like it. Share this video if you want to share it. It really helps, guys. If you want to continue to follow me on this crazy, amazing game called life, please subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications when I do upload. Check out the links below. And thank you, guys, from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.
My wings are made of plastic. My wings are made of plastic. Oh, my wings are made of plastic. 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 Oh, my wings are made of. And so